Well, it's a huge privilege to have the team of Kaabil with us, Hrithik Roshan, Rakesh Roshan ji, Sanjay Gupta. I don't think he must have ever got such reviews for any of his movies, and Yami with us as well. So congratulations first of all. Rakesh, I must tell you, I don't know if you're aware of it, but the morning shows have been really good today as far as Kaabil is concerned.
Really?
Are you aware of it?
I thought because I'm in a press meet since morning. So I've not got in touch with anybody after now.
Right. So the morning shows, once you after this interview, once you find out, I think you'll be a happy man actually. Hrithik Roshan, you know, I've always respected you. I've always told you off camera as well. But after this performance, it was totally, I was totally mind-boggled. There are so many things that we can talk about, but especially the body language, the way you just monitored and almost anything and everything. Rakesh just spoke about that he's having a triple role for you, but here you're playing almost 6-7 characters simultaneously. How do you just pull it off, man?
Wow, you know,
I can talk a lot, but I have less time today. But I can talk a lot actually.
You know, it all really comes from the script. It comes, you know, you read something, it impacts you when you read a script. When it emotionally impacts you, it fills you up inside. And then that is what comes out. It's very simple. Right. So I would like to take this compliment and give it to Sanjay, to my dad, to Yami, the entire team, because without that, nothing works. The actors are, you know, they really work in isolation. So if you don't see the platform and the environment is not created around them, even a good performance can look stupid. It can break it. So it is very, very important for all those things to come together. I've been very fortunate, very blessed that I got such an incredible team to work with. That's, I think, I would just give it to them. As I
told about, many people may not have seen the movie, so we'll not say much about it, but as I'm saying, 6-7 characters, you know, you get into the tonality, the way you talk, even your facial expressions become according to the character of that person actually, which I found it fascinating.
I know which part you're talking about, which we cannot expose.
We should not talk about it in
but yes, that probably has been the toughest act of mine in my life, because I have never practiced and rehearsed so much for anything. This was a very internal, mental challenge that I took up when I realized on YouTube, you know, I went and I searched for help. And I got to read about the dubbing artists and how they do what they do. And their premise is that if you can gain control over the muscles of your vocal cords, then you can actually duplicate anybody's voice. So that gave me the confidence, and I said that if this is the equation, then to I am going to try. Then to matlab, let's just give it my best, and because someone out there is saying that it's possible. If it is possible, I am going to try my level best.
Definitely.
And that's what I did. And so thank you so much for acknowledging and making me feel like my hard work was worth it.
One more thing, Faridoon. I believe that there are some people who feel that he has not spoken those lines. Somebody else has spoken.
I know he has. You know, I'm sure that there must be people who,
but I just want to make it clear to everybody, to the audience, and to some of the critics, that Hrithik has used his own voice.
Must have.
Yes.
Must have.
He practiced it. He changed it because he cancelled shootings for this, and I was wondering why is he cancelling. And then I realized he was cancelling because he was playing with his vocal cords.
Right. Okay, Sanjay ji, first of all, have you ever got such sort of reviews for any of your movies?
No, I haven't. Obviously, I haven't. No, I haven't. But yeah, everybody's been very kind.
Right. And you know, I think the beautiful part about this movie is people are talking about the entertainment quotient and a lot about box office as well. But you guys are doing an amazing thing for the blind people as well, that they're as Kaabil as anyone can be in terms of the way they can feel it, and the way he just symbolizes everything in terms of the way he's just measuring the table, that he's just laying his fingers on everything. It's beautifully done. What do you have to say about this aspect, that it's an amazing thing for the blind people as well?
See, I'll tell you something. You know, for me, filmmaking is like when you're shooting. You know, it's like you're going for your exam every day, literally. You know, so we were in school. The better prepared we were, the better homework we did, the better we studied, and then exams were always easy. Otherwise, they were always tough. So over here also, likewise, it was on the sets. It was a cakewalk. but there was a lot of work that had gone into it behind. So even with these smaller details that you're talking about, there's a lot of homework which went into that. There's most of it all his doing, where all the nuances, the gestures, and all of that. So yeah, it's more behind the scenes than what is there.
Well, it's a very proud thing, to get an opportunity, because through this film, if we are able to create that respect for the blind and the awareness for the blind, then that truly is a great award for all of us.
Definitely, and I think it's a very important thing that goes out of the movie, especially because it's a commercial entertainer as well. Yami, everyone has been raving about your performance, and it's a really wonderful performance, and the entire graph that your character takes, and it's very, very crucial for the entire film. How's been your experience of being a part of this movie? And the sort of response that you're getting now?
I think the response, because we worked in the film, not as me, we worked as us. So I think the response also we share all together. It's nothing is in isolation here. We share all the happiness together. We are enjoying all the reviews, all the love, all the comments, all the tweets, all the messages. Hrithik's been to, I think, Chandan yesterday. Sir went to, got mobbed at Galaxy yesterday. And headlines, and I watched with my family yesterday, and Rakesh is also, we are all trying to meet as many people and who are congratulating us, so we are totally enjoying it as a team. Never experienced this kind of feeling ever before, but I'm not very surprised, because it's a personal belief that when you are working with the most purest intention, with not to create a certain, of course we all want the film to do well, and all those things are different, but we are working beyond a commercial aspect. It's more the creativity, the passion to excel what you think you can do beyond that, and everybody unanimously coming with that thought. I think you're doing something special.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's very
fantastic.
special.
Rakeshji, in fact, today
feels like some cricket ground we are on. The pace that we are going.
Actually, that's how.
He means you very much.
All right. So, Rakeshji, today I read this article where you've said that you're very disappointed with the entire the way the distribution has been, and you've also expressed which
exhibition
in terms of number of screens
and
should be allotted. And you've also said that you're thinking like maybe quitting the film industry, and this is not the way things used to work. Many people are very, very, I think, upset about this entire thing, that they can't imagine Rakesh Roshan not being part of the industry. So why are you so, have things been different after the entire response, the way it has been to the movie?
See, what has happened has happened. I was talking about the future. See, exhibitors are about 15 or 20. They're big players. So when the ball goes in their court, they have to decide to go 50-50 or 60-40. And I made them understand first, and they all promised me that we will go 50-50, because that is fair. Because if you have two children, you can't feed one child more and the other child less. So I said, let's go 50-50. I'm not asking for 1% more. I'm asking her to be fair. But the moment on Wednesday, when I saw my first page with all the critics' review, I was so elated, so happy. But next page when I saw the divisions, that we are getting 40 and somebody else is getting 60. So that little hurt me little. But then I said, no, खुशबू को आप मुट्ठी में छुपा नहीं सकते.
क्या बात है?
खुशबू फैलेगी फैलेगी.
क्या बात है?
Or then I started praying to God, God help me. These people are not helping me. You help me. And see the way He has helped us. He is showering love and affection from all the audience, from everybody. So you cannot decide anything. You can only be fair in business, in anything you do. That is my school. I hope now with this they will understand me for the future films, that they don't clash. If the exhibitors decide, yes, if two big films are coming, we will go 50-50, there will be no clashes forever.
Absolutely.
When Dubai, UK, USA, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand can go 50-50, why in India we can't go 50-50 with these two films?
Absolutely. And so please, if you can make an announcement on camera that you are not quitting industry at all, and there are many more movies coming up from you. Please.
No, I won't quit, but I hope something good comes out of this, because I had people are telling me, don't talk about this, all these things, exhibitors will be very angry with you. I said, no, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just trying to straighten up things for their benefit, for the producer's benefit, for the benefit of the audience. Because audience sometimes don't have so much money to see 2 films in a week. So why deprive them for all these things? And I hope they understand this and they take it positively, and we move ahead. So then we are all more confident. Yes, we will make a good film. They are with us.
Great. That's fabulous. And Rakesh ji is going to be around for many more years to come. Hrithik, I think you made you tweeted wonderfully on the day of the release when you just tweeted to Shah Rukh and you said that you addressed him as a mentor as well. The air has been vitiated in many ways because a lot of this political thing is happening as well. People are just trying to divide the entire thing as well. How do you look at this aspect that how important is for the industry to stay united and the political element should be just kept aside completely?
You want me to comment on what exactly?
Basically, you made this entire initiative of just tweeting to Shah Rukh that on the day of the release, and before that we were having all these reports which were coming in, and people are just trying to just
creative people should concentrate on on their work and their creativity, and everything else is an opinion that other people have. People have a right to say what they want, but it's not something that I'm influenced by or affected by. I know where my friendship is, I know where my work is, and I know where my family is, I know where my friends are, my world, and nothing shakes that up, nothing influences that. So yes, of course, I tweeted Shah Rukh as a student. I told him that I hope that I can make him proud with my film, and as a mentor that I'm sure he will inspire me once more with his. And that is just something that I felt in my heart, and that's what I said.
So Shah Rukh addressed you as dad in that tweet as well. So have you interacted with him in the immediate past at all?
No, I have interacted. I made 3 films with him.
Right. In the recent past, I'm saying.
Recent past, yes. We just met about 2 months back when he came and asked me that, can you shift your date? I said, no, I can't. Right. Then I explained him why I can't and why you should not come. Because 2 big films, we should not clash. We are in the same industry. We are in the same family. If it's not nice that a father or a son is fighting, or if 2 brothers are fighting in the same family, we should support each other. But
You must have had some.
we must have had some issues, which I don't know.
Absolutely. Sanjay ji, Ronit Roy, I think he's performed brilliantly. He's outstanding in the movie as well. Something about Ronit Roy's performance?
I think Ronit again is just all heart. He just completely dived into it. Even he did. I remember there were times I used to get upset with him also. Kaise tu just calm down, because he would keep calling me and saying, no, what about this, what about that. So every actor has their process, and with Ronit also it was the same thing. He's a very, very hardworking, extremely hardworking actor who does not take anything lightly at all. I mean, I used to tell him, I said, your talent is there. What about that? He said, no, forget that. But so again, and it was the same thing, the attention to detail. Whether it was his voice, his look, the colored eyes, the glasses,
his pauses,
the temperament.
I love his pauses.
He speaks Marathi.
Yeah, just getting the diction right. He had somebody by his side constantly, and he did something really unique. He used to, whatever line was there, the other guy he says, just speak this in Marathi. So he would hear it and get the tone and then speak it in Hindi. So I mean, it's just a lot of hard work.
Absolutely. In many ways, you're also standing up in terms of the entire women liberation element, that you're playing a blind character, you're working, and that comes across very, very nicely as well. What sort of responses have you got as far as that context is concerned, that you're a working woman, the disability is not going to stop a person who's blind from working?
I don't take it in a gender bias way. I think it's at a humanitarian level. I would not like to to dissect it that way, which is amazing. Which is, I think, which is the whole idea. That's what we've been saying in our interviews, that they are more, I think, more normal than we apparently, the normal people who consider ourselves or we. Not at all. They are absolutely, they are the real life heroes, and that's what I think Rohan or Supriya they symbolize, because they are just like you and me, probably more. And as Hrithik says, they are different but
Differently
abled. Able.
Differently, but able, just as much as you or me.
All right, Rakesh ji, finally, your thoughts. You've seen the entire preparation. You spoke to me earlier as well about how Hrithik just prepared for this particular role. Many people are saying that it is his best ever performance. I personally feel I think it is his best ever performance because he's playing many characters simultaneously and he's playing them damn well. How do you look at this entire journey for him as far as this character is concerned?
You know what? Whenever I see his movies, I always feel this is his beginning. So this is his beginning again. He's got much more than this. And he challenges me to find a subject where he can portray that character. And it becomes very difficult for me. So that's why it takes me 2 years, 3 years to find a good plot where he can also show his capabilities further than what he has shown.
Right. Last question to you. Contribution of Sanjay Masoom Saab in terms of dialogues.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, tremendous, yeah, tremendous. I mean, he's done such a great job. And, you know, the fine balance between keeping it real, at the same time, you know, having the element of जो ताली बजाना और सीटियां पढ़ने वाले जो lines होते हैं, you know, so that balance is what has been wonderful with Sanjay.
And Faridoon, what happened, you know, when we were scripting, I called him right from the beginning, and I told him to sit and hear what we are discussing. So what happens, inwardly they get involved. So what happens most of the times, we give the script to a dialogue writer. So he's not in our vision. He's not in our world. So I'm in all my films, I make my dialogue writer sit for 6 months or 8 months and hear our discussions. So they get our vision to what we are making.
Absolutely.
So they are as much involved as we are.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for talking on Bollywood Hungama. We can talk a lot about the film, but we have paucity of time. And congratulations once again. And we hope that it just keeps on going on and on.
We have very excitement sentence right in the beginning. I have to just ring up my distributors and find out how is the movie faring today.
Please do that.